I'm not a sailor. I don't have a eye patch. I don't own a parrot at home. I don't even have a boat. But 2 years ago, I got to go on a leadership adventure learning how to sail. I spent a week learning all the ins and outs. I got to compete in a regatta. I even got to captain a boat out there. I was amazed to learn that you can actually sail upwind. Sure, sailing with the wind behind your back is easy. It's simple, it's smooth, but with the right skill, you can actually turn your boat into the wind, the area that they call the no-go zone. If you stop here, you stall out, you're dead in the water. But if you keep tacking through, you can go a little bit this way and then you turn back this way, you can kind of zigzag and sail into the wind. When I thought about this, I thought this is really analogous to setting and achieving goals in life. Each year, I love to get up high in my crow's nest and I look back at the year behind me and I set intentions for the year ahead. What I find each year is where the wind's been at my back, where it's been blowing strong, I haven't even thought about this that I said. I wildly outperform my expectations. But where there's adversity, where it takes clear vision, knowing where you're going, this is where I'm challenged. And I find myself consistently underperforming there. To be a great sailor, you have to know how to sail into the wind. You also have to have a clear vision of the port that you're headed to. If you don't do this, you're probably going to get shipwrecked, you're going to get scurvy, or you're going to have a mutiny on your boat. Something bad is going to happen. I've had a challenge with this most of my life because I've been more focused on avoiding the rocks and reefs out there than navigating to that right port. Awesome example of this is on my board of goals that I want to achieve. I know I want to own my own business. What constantly gets in my way, though, are the thoughts of security, stability for my family, instead of taking that leap and jumping out there. Also, if you want to be a strong sailor, you need really good habits. You got to swap the deck regularly. You should be inspecting your rigging all the time. And you should meticulously be checking the heading and where you're going out there. These are the things that build great habits, and it takes great habits to achieve your goals. Habits are all about focusing on the right triggers, crafting your environment to your needs, and setting consistency in life. And if you do this, you make small incremental movements to the goals that you want to achieve. I get bored really easily. I love variety. My wife likes to make fun of me. When we go to our favorite restaurant, Burrito Loco, and I'm looking through the menu, I always gravitate to the thing that's weirdest on the menu, the special that's out there. Half the time, it's not even good. But I want that adventure. I want that excitement out there. I get bored of routine. And what I realize is to achieve the goals that I want, I need stronger routines. I was thinking about this last week. We went up to Glenwood Springs, and like any great rickety old sailor, I'm soaking in a hot springs pool out there, aiding my ailing body. And I met an old pirate. The name was Captain Ron. Captain Ron, he comes into the hot springs pool and he's got gnarled old hands and he's got crooked teeth. One of them's chipped in the front and he's kind of hobbling around like he's got a peg leg. I start talking to Captain Ron and I find out that this guy who's in his 70s, he's achieved a lot of the things that I want out of life. He's been able to build the family bonds that I strive towards. He's reached financial freedom, engaged within his community, found strong involvement there, and most importantly, he's found happiness. I asked him, how'd you do this? And he goes, well, I have a plan for it. A couple decades ago, I sat down with my wife and we mapped out the 100 things that we wanted to achieve in life. And I'm thinking to myself, 100 things. That's a lot. And it goes, we then narrowed it down to the 10 items that are most important to us. And then each day after that, we focused on those things. Through focusing on it, it changed our behaviors, it changed our habits. And I thought to myself, that's awesome. This is a great conversation. This is exactly what I need going into the new year. I think the conversation was also weird enough that it cleared out the rest of the hot springs pool because we were the only ones in there at the end. But I accept that. So I went home, I started mapping out my first 50 waypoints, and they went super quick. The next 25 took twice as long, and the final bunch, I really had to dig deep to figure out what those were. But it helped me narrow down the 10 things that are most meaningful in my life. And it gave me a clearer vision of where I want to go, the things that I need to do this next year, and the habits that I need to change in order to achieve them. So with this in mind, I know it's cliche. We're coming into a new year, the first week of a new year. There's nothing inherently special about it. You can let it blow by. For me, I savor the opportunity to pause. Life's really busy out there. Pause, reflect on what's happened in the last year, and set those intentions to fix those tattered sails, check your heading, and ultimately maybe reach out to some old pirates along the way. So maybe this is you. If it's not, Happy New Year, everybody, and I wish you fair winds and following seas. Thank you.